guys, my guest tonight is the director and producer of the documentary film Ferguson 365, which details the events surrounding Mike Brown's death and recently won the Best Local Short at the St. Louis Film Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christopher Phillips. Chris, first off, incredible film.
Thank you.
I recently watched it. It is amazing. The opening sequence, we're not going to get into it too much because coming up, the film is going to be shown on CNN. True?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to see it on CNN. But right off the bat, it's raw, it's unflinching, and it just sucks you in immediately. And you were in the middle of all of this. And in fact, so in the middle of it, you were a resident of the Canfield Green Apartments when it all went down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So kind of take me through, like, what was it like kind of being in the middle of that, and how did it all start?
I mean, for me, really, when he was killed, I was on a film set, and I was getting all these phone calls and text messages, and they're like, yo, somebody got, killed, like, in your apartments. And I'm like, unfortunately, like, where I grew up, I'm a little desensitized,
right.
Which is very unfortunate. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check it out when I get home. And really, it started the next day when, in the late afternoon, where I was hearing this faint, distant chanting, and I come around outside the house, literally from around my building, and then there's like 500 people there.
Wow.
And then, from that moment on, I picked up my camera and just took to the streets.
You just ran back, you knew like you have to document that moment.
Yes, I knew it from right there because when you see people get killed like that, you see the memorials and things, but you don't see 500 people gathered.
Right.
And the thing that I knew without even getting any details was that either, he was a well-known person or the facts surrounding the situation was so heinous. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I mean, that kind of started, and maybe even you kind of knew like this was going to be a big deal right off the bat.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't think you can get much closer to this story. In fact, while you were shooting it, you were arrested yourself.
Yes,
correct?
yes. It was the 6-month anniversary, and I knew that there was going to be some sort of candlelight vigil, and then some of the people wanted to demonstrate afterwards at the PD. And literally, without getting too far into that, I was just on the sidewalk. There was like 10 people there, and Ferguson PD just rushed all of us, and they locked me up. And while I was in holding, they literally scraped up my card to try to erase the footage.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, it's that bad.
But it's cool because we had the trial just Thursday, and they dropped it, like literally.
Yeah, there was just I think I read that article just recently. It said like 10 or 11. The cases were dropped.
Yeah, 3.
So you're free.
I'm good now.
You're out.
I'm good.
Well,
So yeah,
you made it here.
I'm all right. Right. So
you're with us. Cool. Well, just to give everybody kind of a little taste, you have a teaser of the actual film. We're going to show that now. Do you want to set that up a little bit?
Yeah, it's a teaser trailer. It was something because I didn't have any kind of backing and everything. So to generate the interest, I did this teaser trailer, and literally that's how the film got into the festival. That's how CNN and HBO and all those guys started calling. So
very cool. Very cool. All right, well, let's take a look.
When we're born, we know nothing about anger and pain, conflict. We inherit it from the world in which we live.
Brittany Noble spoke with police who say the officer involved in the shooting didn't know about Brown's involvement in the robbery at that time.
Everybody agrees the guy has his hands up, and a cop shoots him anyway.
And Al Sharpton has the nerve to insult the American police community. Men and women risking their lives to protect us.
We're not anti-police, but we're anti-brutality.
We have a broken justice system. It is not fair.
For the second time in as many weeks, a grand jury has found the evidence is just not there to charge a white police officer in connection with the death of a black civilian.
No, they don't! Lives matter!
In school and graduate. You know how many black men graduate?
Anything you could have done differently that would have prevented that killing from taking place?
No.
Nothing?
No. If he would have gotten on the sidewalk when and followed Dorian Johnson to the sidewalk, I probably never would have noticed cigarillos. I would have gone and gotten lunch and continued my day. He would have continued his.
Very cool, very cool. I mean, it's a film that from the get-go, it moves you, and you see exactly what it was like there, and that last shot kind of was what we were referencing in the real and just unflinching look at things that you didn't see on the news that you captured, and it was incredible. So this short that you made is going to become a feature-length film, correct?
Yeah, so as part of the CNN situation, they will be debuting the short as a standalone on the digital platform first. We're taking it to a couple of different film festivals. So then right now I'm working on the full-length feature. So that'll be premiered in its entirety on CNN, HLN, all their networks. It'll get a theatrical release, and that'll follow up. And I'm timing that hopefully to get that in time for election season, right in August, probably
awesome.
2-year anniversary.
Very cool. All right, well, be on the lookout for a feature-length film from Christopher. If you're watching online, stick around. We're going to talk a little bit more. If you're watching on my TV, So Many Dynamos is up next.